Hey, this is a marker, and in this video, I'm gonna show you how I've gone from $0 to $1 million 5 times in my career. Strap in, you handsome bastard. I'm gonna show you the Donald Trump carrot trick. That's not a joke. It's something very powerful. I'm not smiling because it's real. And in this video, I'm also gonna show you the 4 ways that I've gone from $0 to $1 million 5 times and exactly how I'm going to do it now for the 6th time. I'm gonna show you everything. So the next 3-ish minutes or so, you're gonna get the 4 questions I always ask myself before I start a new business, very important. 2, the number 1 mistake that marketers make before they get started. I'm not just saying, oh, it's like, this is actually a giant mistake. You're probably making it, you shouldn't. So like, please don't do it. And then number 3, very transparent examples. Like I'm just gonna get very specific with you. I just wanna be as real as I can. So this video is for new marketers and entrepreneurs who are trying to break the $1 million mark. And it's for experienced marketers, if that's you, who refuse to simply cooperate with mediocrity or mother plateaus and might be launching new offers or back-end offers, anything like that soon. These questions still apply. It's not for people who hate money, marketing, or ginger ale kombucha, because that shit is delicious. Now let me ask you a question. Who do you care about the most in your life besides you? I want you to think of that person you care about more than any other right now. You got them in your head, in your mind's eye? Great. All right. So if you were to make $1 million in the next 12 months, or you would never see that person again, what would you do? How would you guarantee that you are able to generate at least $1 million in your business so that you see them again, even if you're starting from scratch? That is how I attack this, all the businesses I've started and this one here. So if you don't know me, my name is Jason Capital. I'm a former college athlete. I'm a former dating coach. I built 5 multi-million-dollar businesses in 5 different industries. And I believe the most important person in the world in your life is you. And so here are the 5 businesses. I just want to give you some background so you know where I'm coming from. So business number 1 was basketball training from 2009 to 2012. Business number 2 was dating coaching, dating advice, dating products, 2012 to 16. 17 to 18, business 3 was my personal development, higher status business. Business number 4 was the business opportunity between copywriting and making money with social media. And then business number 5 was my actual social media agency that I run, where we partner with a variety of clients and brands and things like that. That one's still active. And in a total, that's over $67 million in sales that I've done online. I didn't include the agency in that 67 number, so it's actually higher, but because that's partnership, I don't really count it towards sales that I've done. But let's just call it 67 million in sales that I've done online. My current net worth is about $16.4 million, which part of me is happy about that, and part of me is embarrassed to even tell you that and thinks it should be higher, just being honest. So I'm going to do it though for the 6th time, starting a business from scratch and cracking $1 million in the first 12 months, if not more. And I would like to bring you along for the journey here in this YouTube channel. Like I'm gonna document what I'm doing. And so I wanna start with a quote, all right? Getting a business or a new product started, it's like moving a stopped train. It takes a lot of energy to break it free from its stationary physics, but once it's put in motion, it accelerates with relative ease. And this is the same thing for your business. When it's starting, you're like a train that hasn't started yet. And so you need extra energy and extra resources to get it going. But once it's going, things are a lot easier. That means you need to over-index on effort at the beginning and basically do whatever it takes to get the fucking thing moving. Because once it's moving, it's easier. So let's get into the 4 questions for you to go from 0 to $1 million and the number 1 worst mistake that you do not want to make. So the first question is simply, where will I get my customers from? Right? So there's 2 things I think about here. 1 is traffic or relationships. I said this in another video, but I got good advice when I was younger, which is basically, listen, if you're gonna have an online business, obviously you need traffic, but if you're gonna do traffic, you need to either be good at getting traffic, like making it happen yourself between paid media, paid ads, or SEO, or you need to be good at relationships, meaning making friends with people who are good at traffic so they can send you that traffic, or you can work out deals with agencies and things like that. You have to be good at one of those 2. The second thing is there's paid media, owned media, and earned media. So let's look at this really quickly. This is just to give you an overview. So paid media is things like paid ads, affiliate deals where you send traffic to my product. For every person who buys, I pay you 75% of the front end sale. That's an affiliate deal. Sponsorships or shout outs. I'm gonna pay this influencer this much to shout out my product and put a link in bio. Owned media is traffic that you own. It's my favorite type of traffic because you don't have to pay for it after you have it, and you can keep going back to it. It's like the well that you can keep filling up your water with. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So this is things like subscribers on a YouTube channel, or Instagram followers, or a Facebook group, or a TikTok, an email list, which is my personal favorite, or a website, or a blog. If you have blog readers, RSS, you people who just visit it occasionally, or you just have an authority site that people come back to a lot, those are all owned media. And then earned media is media that kind of just happens as a result of the things that you are doing. So this is like the press covering you. Of course, you can pay for press to cover you, or shout outs or referrals where you didn't pay an influencer. They're just like, I like this product, I'm gonna shout them out. You see Joe Rogan do this sometimes for different stuff that he uses, and it causes an influx of sales for the company. And so paid media, owned media, earned media. You're doing wonderful, let's keep going. So Question again is, where will I get my customers from? So with my supplement company that I'm starting, I am starting with affiliates. That is going to be where I'm going to get my customers from at the beginning. I'm going to focus on one traffic source. It's affiliates. I've spent a couple months so far developing relationships with these affiliates so far. And to be honest, I will never stop developing relationships with them, going deeper as well as creating new ones, so long as the business is active, because to me in this industry, it is the most important thing for me in terms of getting traffic. And so paid ads will come later, and I will start with retargeting. So just so you understand, I'm starting with affiliates. These are relationships I've built. They have email lists, or they are media buyers or something like that. They're going to drive traffic to the offer. It's my job to make sure that they make more money promoting my offer than anyone else's. Once I have a minimum threshold of customers, I haven't decided what that number is. I usually think of it as 5,000 or 10,000 for products that are under $100, like these ones will. But once I hit that number, then I will start to do things like retargeting. Then I will start to maybe do paid ads. But retargeting comes first before paid ads because, well, all the affiliates send traffic. I'm able to pixel the people who hit the page or the thank you page or the order form, and people who don't buy, and I can retarget them pretty easily. Retargeting is much cheaper. Paid cold traffic usually comes near the last, actually, but it is it's the traffic source that gives you the most ability to drive the most customers, because affiliates is kind of like working with a really good pond. Like there's a lot of water there, but it's a good pond, and cold traffic is like the ocean. There's just a lot more out there. So that's question number one. Question number two. What will the appealing front-end offer be for your business that you're starting? See, people think starting a business is like, oh, I got to get my LLC, I got to get my business cards. None of that shit matters. What matters is you know what your offer is going to be, and you know how you're going to sell it, and it's an offer that is appealing to people. So you want an offer that has built-in desire. I wrote here very eloquently, don't be a carrot cake boy. Now, what the hell does that mean? So I want you to imagine that you get invited to a big fancy dinner party and you're really excited. Lots of cool people are going to be there. And the person putting it together says, hey, you're in charge of dessert, and everyone at the party loves strawberry shortcake. Hint, hint. So you go to the grocery store the day of the party, set to get strawberry shortcake. But when you get there, you're reminded of how much you love carrot cake. It is your favorite dessert. Everyone you know in your family loves carrot cake. You're gonna get carrot cake. So you grab the carrot cake, you bring it to the party, dessert happens, everyone's like, hey, what'd you bring? We're all excited. And you come out with carrot cake, and they smack you in your face because they don't like your carrot cake, and they make you leave, and you feel bad. Now, what's going on here? Well, you brought carrot cake to a strawberry shortcake party. You shouldn't do that. If you're going to a strawberry shortcake party, you should simply bring strawberry shortcake, meaning bring them what they want. It's the same thing with your front-end offer. It has to have built-in desire. They already want strawberry shortcake, sell them some goddamn strawberry shortcake. All right, another way to say this is, like, I can put lipstick on a pig, but I'd rather just sell the bacon. Meaning, people don't want to buy a pig, but they do want the bacon. So instead of trying to like, here's a pig, and oh no, it'll be bacon one day, and here's lipstick on it, just give them the bacon. Got it? Good. Other things you can do is you can look at trends and leaders. This is, not innovative or original advice, but it's simply, just look at what everyone else is doing that's successful and just copy that to start. You can innovate later, but you should just, up to 1 million, you should just, what's working, and let me just do that to get some cash flow, to get some customers, and then I can figure out phase 2 of the plan. That's what I am doing. Another way to figure out a good front-end offer you can do is you can have something called the affiliate test, where instead of creating your offer and selling it, you can maybe pick 5 or 10 other people's products that you think are sellable, and then you run affiliate traffic as an affiliate to those offers. You see which one sells the best, and now that you have market data confirming that one sells the best, that's the offer that you're gonna sell yourself. So that's a good thing to do. Another thing you can do is identify a weakness or an unfulfilled customer need, and then improve it as a way to differentiate and get an advantage over your competitors. So a really broad example might be TikTok versus Instagram, right? So TikTok noticed that the short form kind of fast content was something that people really liked. They liked it on Vine, they liked it on Instagram in the stories, but it wasn't actually like part of the feed or the platform. And so they made a platform that was basically entire really quick short form content. And now I think TikTok is the #1 app in the world, even bigger than Instagram. Now Instagram tried to make reels to keep up with it, and they're doing okay, but TikTok is a behemoth right now, right? And because they identified an unfulfilled customer need that Instagram wasn't providing, they provided it themselves, and now they have an advantage to differentiate themselves from their competitors. Other things I think about with an appealing front-end offer is, can I get the word free in there? If I can get free in the front-end offer, I'm gonna fuck. It's gonna be good. I want that to happen, right? And so there's lots of ways to do this, right? I could just lead with, let's say the product can't be free, but I have a really dope bonus that I can give away for free. Well, I can lead with free to get attention, to get cheaper clicks on my ads, and then lead with the free thing and make them want the free thing, and tell them they get the free thing when they buy the thing at a discount or whatever it is. There's lots of ways to do free. I always want free in the front end. That's just something that works for me, and I suggest it for you too. And then the last one, is my mechanism appealing? I want you to listen very, very close to this, right? So you want to make your mechanism appealing. I learned this from my friend Ryan, and he just drilled it into my head, right? So I'm going to show you here on your screen 3 levels of mechanism and their appeal, right? So if we look at the top, the most appealing type of mechanism is where it's a done for you type thing, right? And this could be said as, you know, I do the crunches, you get the 6-pack. Who doesn't want that, right? It's very, very appealing. Below that is DWY, right? Done with you, which instead of saying I do crunches, you get 6-pack, that's like I'll coach and train with you, right? I'll be there with you every step of the way. And that's good, but ideally, I'd rather you just work out and I get the abs. That would be better. And then the least appealing is do it yourself. You're all on your own. What you gonna do, right? And that would be like you're gonna get the workout program and a nutrition plan, and good luck, right? So there's levels of appeal, and the more appealing the mechanism, the more you can usually charge, right? If I actually had a way, like think about this, if I actually had a way where I do the crunches and you get the 6-pack, how much could I charge for that? Who wouldn't want that? Right? Whereas you get a workout program, nutrition plan, everyone's trying to sell that shit. And most people say no to it because they've tried it before, they know it doesn't work, they know that they can't be disciplined themselves and so on. And like in the workout, in the fitness market with workouts and nutrition plans, like the price just keeps getting eroded. It's like $27, $17, $7 because it's not an appealing mechanism. So it's harder to sell. Right? What you want to do is you want to give yourself an amazing advantage by having a really appealing mechanism, something that has built-in desire, something that I already want. So again, how appealing is the action? Make your mechanism appealing. So let's look at this for a supplement company. Let me give you a little quiz here. What is more appealing? An injection, right? I'm going to inject the vitamins into you or the fat loss, whatever. The pill, take a pill, or eat a gummy. Which one do you think is most appealing? I think it's pretty obvious. It's not the injection, it's not the pill, it's the gummy. So my entire supplement brand is going to be gummies. That is going to be a huge part of our marketing. And just keep this between us. Like, don't tell anyone because I don't want people copying me. Okay, great. Just a note in terms of making the mechanism appealing. Like, I think better than a gummy would be chocolate. Like, chocolate would be even better if I could have chocolate weight loss chocolate. Like, that would be ideal. I don't know that's possible. Just saying. Third question I ask myself is, what's my big sticky idea? So think about this, right? You think about marketing, especially online, it's basically idea warfare. That's what's going on here. And the best idea wins. When someone has a headache and they go to CVS to buy Advil, they see ibuprofen, right? The generic brand. The generic costs half as much, and yet they buy Advil. Why is that? What's going on here? Maybe you've done this yourself. Well, it's an idea. People have a certain story, an idea they tell themselves about Advil that isn't there about the ibuprofen. And so the generic brand, well, I don't know if it's good, it's generic, that's the idea there. Advil, it's durable, it's been around a long time, everyone uses it, I trust it, I'm willing to pay more for that story I am believing that I tell myself, right? But that's the power of idea warfare. And so a couple of things when it comes to big ideas. This is not going to be a masterclass on big ideas, maybe I'll do a separate one, but different is better than better. People are always like, well, my product's better than hers, or her product is better than his. Well, better than saying like mine's better, because what happens is when you say mine's better, people are like, of course you're saying that, you're selling your shit. I expect you to say that. But instead of saying mine's better, if you say something like mine lasts 3.5 times longer based on these studies, well, now you're different and you're better, right? And so the other thing to remember with big ideas is people only remember one thing about your product or about your idea. You really want to figure out what is the one thing that I want them to remember. And the simplest idea wins, right? If you think about the 2016 election, Donald Trump, one of his big slogans, obviously besides Make America Great Again, was build that wall, right? That is a big, simple idea that is easy for people to remember. Build a wall. It's concrete, it's vivid, I can see it. What did Hillary run on? Do you remember without Googling it? Because I have no fucking idea. And that is my point. Right? People like the big sticky ideas, that one thing that are vivid and concrete and can be emotional, they just get in there and they give you a huge advantage in whatever you're selling, whether it's a product, an idea, a campaign, it doesn't matter. Right? Another thing is emotional stories and events. So check this out. So my friend and amazing copywriter, Chris Haddad, he gave this example with a video sales letter that he wrote where he rewrote it and he basically had a 70% increase in conversion on the version that he wrote. The original was basically like, I'm an electrician who will teach you how to make power. That was kind of the offer. His version basically started off with like this little girl whose lips are blue and she goes, Daddy, I'm cold. right? And it's this whole story about how the power went out and they didn't have anything to protect the family, and so the daughter's freezing. It's much more vivid and visual, and it's emotional. It's concrete. It's a very simple idea. We get it right away, and it made 70% more money by just changing the idea, right? So my big idea is, as you probably guessed, is gummy supplements containing exotic, hard-to-find ingredients at a discount. My advantage is my supplier. So that's gonna be a big thing with what we do, because I do have an advantage with the supplier. I'm able to get it at a really, really good price, especially the ingredients that are hard to come by, and they're gonna be in gummies. So you put all those things together, you can probably imagine what my marketing might look or sound like, but I'm not gonna be sharing specific details about the brand or the marketing or anything like that. If you figure it out, you figure it out. But I'm not gonna be sharing it for two reasons. One, I swim with sharks already daily. Like, shit's already hard enough. I don't need to invite more competition. And two, my understanding is Golden Hippo, which if you need, like, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say Golden Hippo, go watch the last video I posted. Dan will put a link below in the description. But you should watch it. And my understanding of Golden Hippo is they kept what they were doing very, very quiet, until they way past the 9-figure, 100 million plus mark. And so I'm just gonna follow their path as well on that. All right, let's get to number 4. How will my upsell flow make my acquisition break even or better? And this is the number one worst mistake that marketers make. And what I mean by that is they're like, oh, here's the product, I'm gonna sell it, I can't wait to sell it. They don't know what the upsells are gonna be. And in today's marketplace, it's super competitive, clicks are very expensive. You need a really strong, high converting upsell flow in order to break even on your customer acquisition costs. Meaning, if I'm spending $80 to acquire a customer and my product costs $49, well, I need to make sure that the upsell flow gets me at least 31 bucks, so I get to $80 in my day one AOV, compared to my $80 that I'm spending to acquire that customer. Ideally, I'm making more money on the first day than I'm spending, but even if it's break even, I can turn my profit in the back end. But if, like, the mistake is that you don't know what your upsell flow is gonna be before you start. You kind of just launch the product and you're like, oh, maybe I should have some upsells. What do we have lying around? And you just throw some shit up there. Don't do that, right? So this is, I think, why a lot of online businesses fail. Don't be a statistic, be a boss, and figure out your upsell flow before you even begin, and make it fucking good. Now, there's 3 types of upsells that work best. I learned this from my buddy Justin Goff, and number 1 is more of the same. And since I learned from Justin, we've applied it to all of our funnels, and our best one right now, our upsell 1, is converting at 81%, which is the highest I've ever had. So thank you, Justin. So the 3 are, number 1 is you offer them more of the same. Whatever they just bought, offer them more of the same. So you just bought a supplement, get the double strength version. The second one is accelerated results. You bought a blood pressure book, get the blood pressure supplement, right? Another thing that's good there is like a fast start kit. So you just bought this thing, get the fast start kit that goes with it, so you get off to a really fast start without being any confusion or something like that. And then the third one, best upsell, is done for you. We talked before about how powerful, I'm gonna go back here, done for you is, so it's not surprising that it would be a really good upsell. And so the example here would be something like, where is it? Here it is. Let's say you're licensing people to be a real estate agent. So your upsell might be, get all the templates for the contracts that you're gonna be needing, right? It's done for you. You don't have to figure out the contracts or write them yourself. Here are the templates, you're welcome. A lot of people are gonna say yes to those kinds of offers. If you try and just do like other stuff, so like with the upsell flow, the other thing that I think is really important, I'm gonna go off script here, but I want you to know this, is your entire funnel should have one idea. You should never ask people to believe more than one idea throughout your entire funnel. When I say funnel, I mean from front end to upsell. Meaning, if I'm selling a supplement, a weight loss supplement on the front end, and my idea is based around some type of special ingredient that suppresses the appetite and allows you to overcome your cravings and stay below your caloric threshold and actually lose weight. If I get you to believe that idea, and that's what gets you to buy my supplement on the front, my upsells can't convince you of any new idea. If I start talking about working out, or if I start talking about another ingredient that burns fat while you sleep or something like that, those are all fine, but they have nothing to do with the idea my customer bought in on the front end. And so if I ask them to figure out and believe a second thing in the upsell flow, I'm going to lose them. One idea warfare, the simplest idea wins. And so if my initial argument, my idea was about this thing that suppresses your appetite, allowing you to keep your calories low, all my upsells need to support that idea. So maybe I'd offer more of the ingredient or the double strength. It doesn't matter. The point is I'm not changing ideas. I got to stick with it. Like a real estate agent, you're gonna become an agent. Contract templates don't change the idea. That's perfectly in line with what they just did. Blood pressure book, get the blood pressure supplement to make the results faster. Same thing. It's one idea from start to finish for the entire funnel. So my upsell flow for the gummies is gonna be basically if they buy one on the front end, it's gonna be buy the 3-month supply at a wholesale price. You're gonna get a discount. If you buy 3 or 6 on the front end, then you're gonna get, I'm gonna offer you 6 more at wholesale. And this it kind of blows my mind, but in all the supplement providers and marketers that I've spoken to, this is the best upsell in that business, which is weird to me because I'm like, you just bought 3 of them. Why would you buy 6 more? But again, it kind of very congruent with the idea of one idea throughout the funnel. And it does make sense to me. I can remember times where I've bought shit and then they offer me more of it and I'm like, yeah, I'll stock up, that makes sense. So I may do double strength version of this later, which I've heard does really well in supplements, but I'm not gonna be starting there. Double strength would be like, let's say the thing has 60 gummies, it'd be a bigger package with 120 gummies. Or has 60 gummies and let's call it 100 milligrams of the ingredients, well, it'd be 60 gummies with 200 milligrams of the ingredients in the gummies, that kind of thing. I may do that later. I'm not starting there. Whenever I launch a new business, I want a minimum viable funnel and a minimum viable product. I just want to get started right away and I'm going to improve the product really quickly as I go, but that's not where I'm going to start. If I were to start with double strength, that would require more orders and more custom formulations with my provider. And so it just take more time. I may get to it later. I'm not doing it yet. So let's recap first before we continue, right? 4 questions that I'm using to go from $0 to $1 million for the 6th time now. Number 1, where am I going to get my customers from? Right? I'm gonna get them from affiliates. What will my appealing front end offer be? Gummies. What's the big sticky idea? Gummies containing exotic, hard to find ingredients at a discount. And then number 4, how will my upsell flow make my acquisition break even or even better? So I just showed you what I'm doing for supplements there. So what should you do now? Well, did you get value from that? If you did, and you're listening to this and you're like, I'm starting out too, I wanna go from 0 to $1 million or 0 to 100,000 or just get moving a little bit, making some money online and earning a full-time income from home or more, click the link in the description. I have a promotion going on right now where basically I am retiring from teaching other people how to make money online. If you didn't know, I'm saying it a lot, but I want you to know that. And in the at the link below, when you click it, you'll see basically you can get the real thing that I use to make money online consistently so many times. You've seen all the ways I've done it here at a massive, massive discount because I'm retiring. This is the last thing I'm ever gonna sell when it comes to teaching other people to make money online. So click that link below if you're interested or if you got value from this and you're like, I want everything. That's where you should go. Second, like and subscribe and watch another video on this channel. That helps the algorithm a lot. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. And then 3 is, where did you get the most value from in this video? Like, I wanna know, I respond to comments, let me know in the comment section below. And I want to just congratulate you. I don't know, this is 20 minutes. I don't know how long we've been going, but you made it to the end of this video. There's like suggested videos, there's your phone. There are so many distractions in your life that are trying to pry your attention away from your success. And the fact that you stayed here and you stayed focused, it says a lot about your determination, your dedication, and your ability to motherfucking succeed in this world. So thank you for that. You are a badass human being. I'll see you soon. Peace.